And as I was testing a used practice amp to see if it had a good signal and was ready to sell, I picked up a white Ibanez Geo as the guitar I wanted to test it with, and found out that I had a good example of why it's a good idea to buy a guitar at a music store in case it comes in with an issue or two like this one has. So everything works good until you put the selector switch in the back position and no signal. So it's pretty cool that this guy comes with a 5-way switch. It is a basic guitar, it's a $200 or less guitar, but it should work. So I'm going to not report it to Hoshino and have them replace it. I'm just going to take the strings out of the way and pull the pick guard off and fix whatever is touching that shouldn't touch, or not touching that should touch. And I'll give you a close-up view of what I discover the problem is causing that. While I was getting ready to film this intro, I also found out that the jack needs to be replaced or fixed in some way. So we'll see what's going on with that too. So there's a closer view of the freshly stripped wire. It was actually kind of burnt, so in the factory they've got, pretty hot soldering irons to do things quickly, and that little guy goes on that soldering pad there. And so I've stripped it back a little bit. I'm just going to tin it when the soldering iron heats up, and then put it back on the soldering pad where it belongs, right there that says hot. And I'll give you a little time lapse of putting everything back together, and then we'll see how it sounds. So they used a standard jack, but for some reason the part that's straight right here is bent. So I don't know if it got hung up on something in the factory and they went ahead and used it, but once this piece of spring steel right here gets bent, it's never the same. I mean, it's supposed to act like a spring, so if you've ever deformed a spring, it's never quite the same. And that's what catches the tip of the cable when you plug a cable in, and I think that's why we're losing signal, because it's just not as strong as it should be. So we're going to replace this whole jack and make it better than new. So, got plenty of room to wiggle the cable. No disconnects, and nice solid snap in. So now this guitar is ready. So if you feel like you're totally comfortable doing some of these repairs on your own, then order your first guitar from Amazon. Order your first guitar from Musician's Friend. If you're not comfortable doing those kind of repairs, or if you haven't ever fixed a guitar before at all, and you have a music store in your town, then I hope that you weren't one of the thousands of people that got an instrument for Christmas this year and found that you needed your local music store anyways. And if you are one of those people, then, I hope that they'll be nice to you. I know that we would. We see people every day who, we could have helped better if they came to us first, but they have a basic violin that needs the bridge set up. We can take care of that for a fee. They have an electric guitar that came in 99% perfect, like this white Geo right here, and we can help with that too for a fee. But you can also mail it back. If you can go through the hassle of boxing up something that's 40 inches long and mailing it back to another state, most retailers are going to do the right thing and take care of you. I know that Hoshino would have taken care of us if I had asked to return this to Pennsylvania, but it was actually less hassle for me just to fix it and to give me an opportunity to make this video for you guys. So if you have a local music store or two, just give them a chance, give them a call. They're not going to have everything in the world. They can't. Nobody has everything in the world. You can go to Lowe's or Home Depot and not find exactly what you want, 100,000 square feet of retail space. So thank you for watching. Hope you learned something, and visit your local music store.